Tantanmen. No.
The reality is, carbohydrates like rice, noodles, pasta and vegetables are cultural staples in many countries, and yet those countries also have one of the longest life expectancies in the world. Top 10 countries include Monaco, Hong Kong, Macau and Japan, all known for their exotic, delicious, nutritious peng and linguine dishes incorporating carbs. Bars! I too almost gave up on my cultural staples years ago. And it was only when I started studying nutrient metabolism that I noticed every single health claim you see on social media is a load of bollocks. That's because in reality, all three macronutrients, protein, fats and carbs, go through a biochemical process to sustain your everyday being, and the key is consuming all three in harmony. Balance is key, and education is the solution. From the nutty fats to the anabolic protein complemented with carbs, together they bring out the aroma in your cooking that coexists with your fitness and mental well-being. Carbohydrate metabolism is one of the fundamental biochemical processes to support your everyday activity. Improper carbohydrate metabolism is what leads to health problems, not the carbohydrates themselves. Correlation does not lead to causation, and not all carbohydrate-rich foods are equal. Whoa.
Tantanmen.
Peng linguine still. You have complex carbs, which are whole foods and are more nutritionally dense, containing fiber, vitamins and minerals, and lower on the glycemic index. This improves satiety, promotes digestive health and improves blood glucose and weight management. This includes sweet potatoes, beans, quinoa and broccoli. This is backed up by this meta-analysis of 24 studies which concluded that a lower glycemic index diet is more effective at managing blood glucose and weight management than a higher glycemic index diet. On the other hand, you have simple carbs, which are less nutritionally dense, containing less fiber, vitamins and minerals, but they are still a source of energy. And if a large percentage of your diet consists of simple carbs, then you will experience the opposite health effects from complex carbs, where you will feel more hungry, demote your digestive health, and you will experience unsteady weight management. Excess consumption of simple carbs like bread and sugary snacks are higher on the glycemic index. Does that mean it's bad? No. The key word being excess. Excess consumption leads to excess calories, and excess calories, when they are not used, leads to negative health effects and not providing your body with other essential nutrients. The values of the glycemic index only matters if they are eaten on its own, which is helpful for diabetics. In real life, we don't consume carbs on its own. We consume it with proteins and fats, which helps manage your glucose level. If we take sugar or bread as an example, it is metabolized quickly if consumed in isolation and has no nutritional value. Remember, context matters. A type 1 diabetic would rely on simple carbs like sugar to manage their blood glucose levels. This actually saves their life. This is because their pancreas can't produce enough insulin to help the transport of glucose into the cells for use of energy. And this becomes even more important, especially if they are exercising, in order to prevent hypoglycemia. But Andy, sugar still makes you fat. No. Fat gain is the result of excess energy intake, otherwise known as calorie surplus. Consuming more calories than you burn, regardless of where the calories come from. This is backed up by this meta-analysis of 30 randomized control trials and 38 cohort studies. When the calories from the sugar is equally exchanged with other carbohydrates, there was no association in weight change. Because calorie deficit, mate. When you consume more energy than your body can handle, the energy has nowhere to go. And that excess energy is stored as body fat. Therefore, fat loss and fat gain is not macro specific, it is energy specific. I would know because I do this for a living. And so do many other athletes and martial artists who have to compete in specific weight classes. This is backed up by this meta-analysis of 31 studies which concluded that weight loss occurs despite the manipulation of macronutrients. And this systematic review of 61 randomized clinical trials revealed that low carbohydrate versus a balanced carbohydrate diet resulted with little to no difference in weight reduction and cardiovascular risk factors over the short and long term. And that's why balance is key. Nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Look, you move this back, and it goes back to, look.
Oh, I thought it was
How
gonna
cool was
fall. You can do a little pan.
That is sick. Blue tack is pink tack.
Fuck you know.
You're lucky. Should I make ramen? Or jjajangmyeon? But I also want Korean street tofu. Ramen waffle sandwich, aka Rathwich. Look at this Rathwich. So, we've already established that carbs don't make you gain fat. But what about muscle and strength? This meta-analysis of 21 studies revealed that carbohydrate ingestion can improve resistance training performance in terms of volume when sessions exceed 45 minutes and when you have not consumed anything for over 8 hours. In my personal experience, I found this to be true. Although I still could perform and didn't lose strength, it's only when I consumed, say, about 30 grams of carbs that I could actually push further, especially when I'm aiming for that 1 rep max. But what about insulin? Well, what about it? This meta-analysis of 71 studies revealed that insulin does not affect muscle protein synthesis, but significantly reduces muscle protein breakdown. This is especially important if you're trying to maximize fat loss whilst minimizing muscle loss. On the other hand, if you're training in a fed state, that is, if you've consumed something beforehand, it is unlikely to improve strength performance in workouts consisting of 10 sets per muscle group, as backed up by this systematic review of 49 studies. This means carbs are important if you train multiple times a day, especially if you're an endurance athlete, which is why athletes with limited time to recover between consecutive exercise sessions should prioritize regular carb intake. Furthermore, besides carbs being able to maximize fat loss and minimize muscle loss, carbs also greatly benefit your health in the long term. This meta-analysis of 68 studies involving over 1.6 million participants revealed that consuming whole grains rather than refined grains can assist in preventing coronary heart and cardiovascular disease, as well as reducing the risk of all-cause mortality. This aligns with this meta-analysis of 25 randomized control trials, found that for adults with or without cardiovascular risk factors, consuming whole grains as opposed to refined grains can improve total cholesterol, improve blood glucose levels, and C-reactive protein, in which level rises in response to inflammation. Remember, the key is consuming all 3 macronutrients in harmony. That is carbs, proteins, and fats. Balance is key to achieve flavor, long-term health, maximize fat loss, and minimize muscle loss. Because at the end of the day, it's called balance your belly.